What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching another video here. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're checking out a new knife. This should be a debut in the channel. This company reached out to me and said, hey, can we send you this knife model and just share your feedback? Now, it's going to be a quick unboxing video, first reactions, first impressions. It is a new knife. I don't believe there's a lot of content on this knife out there. You may already know based on the title and thumbnail, but just know going into, I haven't seen this knife before. So it will be my first time. Doing the honors today, we have the fresh out of the box Vosteed Talarurus. It's named after a dinosaur, and this is a crossbar lock knife style knife, very similar to their Raccoon in a way, except it has a nice sheep's foot harpoon style blade there, which I really like, and the thumb disc instead of thumb studs. So far so good. We've been having a blast carrying this one, and it's doing the honors today. The review video for that one is coming up here on the channel as well, so this will be a great time to subscribe if you're not already. This knife and every other knife will be linked down below, guys, so if you're interested on checking out prices, availability, right, variants and things like that, I'll do my best to link every knife that you see in this video down in the description, so you're welcome to check those links. It does help out the channel when you use those links, but that is entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. So without further ado, I'm gonna do the little pinch grip right here, and I'm just gonna cut the box through right here like that. And I'm gonna do a little pinch grip to cut the sides also. Bam, right? And then I'm gonna do the same thing right here. And that should do it. That should do it. Let's take a look. All right, here we go. Debut in the channel. I'm excited. We got some nice wrapping, bubble wrap going on right here. And the first thing we have is Rock Ridge Outdoors. Got multiple different brands on there. We have a welcome to Rock Ridge family of brands where your passion for the outdoor drives our motivation. Please enjoy 20% off your next purchase of any Rock Ridge product. We got the RR Family 20. That's your code right there. So if you want to check them out and see if they have anything you like, we got a nice 20% off. That's a pretty good deal right there if you ask me. So aside from that, we are checking out today, ladies and gentlemen, the Telum Tactical. I'm just gonna get the box put away there for a moment because this is again a interesting first knife here in the channel. It's called the Telum Tactical, right? That is the brand. And this is a veteran-owned business. Telum offers a lifetime warranty to ensure our customers that we stand behind our products. We have the right to refuse the warranty if the product is not used according to its intended purpose. The knife is very sharp. Handle it with care at all times to avoid harming yourself or others. Right? Rock Ridge, all rights reserved. Minden, LA or Louisiana, and their phone number right there. All right, so let's take a look, right? So let's see, what's the password here? All right, check it out. So it does slide out like this. All right, very nice so far. We have a magnetic box, I think so. Check that out. And then let's take a look inside, right? Cutting edge driven gear. Right, there is that discount code once again. Telum Tactical, right? We got a sticker there for their logo, which is very interesting, by the way. I was trying to make out sort of what it is. Kind of looks like an anchor this way. It looks like a crest this way. So I don't know. You guys tell me your best guess in the comments right there. We got Telum Tactical, another sticker there. And then, let me see. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, so I lift this flap, and here is the knife, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's take a closer look at the knife. Let me go ahead and put this away for now so we can focus entirely on this interesting knife right here. Again, making a debut in the channel, Telum Tactical. I wonder if this one has a specific model. If Telum Tactical is the brand, then the model is right here on the screen. I'll put that on there. Future me, take note. And first impressions, we got a very nice tan G10, very grippy, by the way, right? Very, very grippy. I get that right off the bat. And we have a crossbar lock, right? Very nice. We have a nice red accent on the pivot right there. Very interesting. And we do have a deep pocket carry clip, which is reversible, right? Check out the holes here on the other side. Very interesting. We have exposed liners, which are nice and thin. And they also contribute, by the way, those liners are a nice gray. And they contribute to the jimping through back here, right? Take a look at that. Right, got some nice jimping or teeth kind of feel to it. It also works, the liners work as the lanyard solution, which is nice and pronounced back there for my lanyard people. We have a sandwich construction with 3 standoffs, 1, 2, 3. Right, that's quite a bit of standoffs right there. And those liners are milled for weight reduction. So very interesting looking knife indeed. We got thumb studs for thumb deployment and reverse flick. So if you guys are ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and deploy this thing here. Bam. Take a look, ladies and gentlemen, at this blade. All right, first things first, of course, mandatory blade wipe. Kind of get those oils and things that they put on the blade when they package them to avoid corrosion. Now, this is a D2 steel, right? Very common budget steel here. D2 is not full 100% corrosion resistant, so it makes sense that it comes nice and oil from the box to protect it, so you get the best good looking possible blade that you can get. And what do we have here as far as geometry? This is like a clip point, right? I want to say clip point geometry, flat grind. And the one thing that we do have is a very large and pronounced logo right there on the blade. Now, that I will say it's a little bit of a hit or miss. Now, I'll tell you what, for most people, they'll like the logo to be a little bit smaller, right? If you print the logo too big, it sort of may scream a little bit more like low-end, cheap knife, right? Gas station knife, if you would. So maybe printing the logo a little bit smaller, maybe in this top section right here, will be a better approach in the future, right? On the other side, we have D2, which is the steel, and then we have the model name on there as well, TT6346. It is finished on this beautiful stone wash, which again, it's nice and beautiful. I'll give you a closer look. It's just the logo is so pronounced on this side. Again, it takes away a little bit, in my opinion, from the looks of it. Nice little switch here for personality. And again, that clip point, very bulky tip right there. And let me get a feel for that edge. All right, that feels like a nice bitey edge. We'll do our scientific cutting test here towards the end. And we do have some jimping on that blade tang right there. So yeah, let's talk ergonomics for a second. So we do have some curvature going on here. We got this main curvature here, and then another one, and then a little bit of a round sort of back section. So I can see, index and middle finger are going to go for that first curvature, and then ring and pinky are going to go for the other half. So, and in most cases, I'm going to be gripping it like this. All right, that's a good starting point. Or maybe I want to grip back here. That's a possibility as well. You could also do that. All right, that's definitely a possibility there. Now, can I forward choke? Probably not. Right, we wouldn't recommend it. Right, there's not a necessarily a finger choke on here. What they did do though, is a pretty good job with the plunge grind there. Right, you definitely are going to be able to get quite a lot of sharpens. The plunge grind is right there where my nail is, and you'll be able to get quite a lot of sharpens out of this one without getting a smile. You have a nice sort of slim blade. It's not too tall. It definitely is on the lengthy side. Right? This is a more or less full-size knife right here. So let's check out the action on the way back. All right, where do we have ball bearings? All right, yep, definitely ball bearings going on here. And let's just check the close. There we go. Just got to time it a little bit, right? Well, so far so good. The thumb deployment is pretty solid, if you ask me. You could also hold the crossbar lock back and let the blade drop. Do that instead. You can also slow open it, right? And what about that reverse flick? Ooh, yes, 100%. Especially the way that I like it, which is off of the fingernail instead of the meat of the finger. Now, you could do the meat of your middle finger if you want, but my preferred way is with the nail, right? I just missed it twice. What just happened? There we go. I want to say I got it the first time. For whatever reason, when I flip it over to show you guys, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but there we go. Just gotta play around with it a little bit, right, and get a feel for it. One thing that I am noticing though, just kind of hanging on to it, like playing with it a little bit, I do notice this corner right here is a little bit pokey, right? That's about the only thing that I'm noticing. Now I get what they're going for. They're doing lanyard solution as part of the liners, which is pretty interesting. I love the jimping here. That's very nice. But, the end right here is a little bit sharp, and these are very sort of narrow liners at the same time. So yeah, I'm noticing it's starting to create a little bit of a hot spot right here as I'm, just sitting here, playing with it a little bit. Now, I do fidget with my knives a lot. I know there are people out there who are very serious about their knives. The knife has to be a working tool. It has to do just what a knife does. Don't play around with it. It is not a toy. Listen, if I'm checking out a knife the way that I like to experience a knife, yes, I use it as a tool all the time, but I also like a knife that feels good, that has that fidget factor, right? And this one certainly has it, right? Again, the only thing so far I'm noticing is just that little peaky section there with the liners a tad bit. Other than that, I love the sort of chamfering going on here, same as right there. Kind of gives it a little bit of personality. Also, this one is very functional because it gives you access to deploy that thumb stud. Thumb studs are pretty good. They have a nice like bevel to the little steps, right, to each of the levels, which is nice. Not very comfortable to deploy. And let's see, this thing is rock solid, no side to side, no up and down. Okay, and I don't see anything about it being USA made, so I'm assuming. All right, let me see. Future me, where's this knife made? Let me go ahead and put it right there on the screen for you. And I think this one comes in at a pretty sweet price, right? So I would, of course, by the time you're watching this video, I would have linked all the price, availability, variants down below so you guys can check this one out. But, you know, large size knife and at the same time pretty sort of narrow. And, you know, also has, you guys tell me, right? You guys be the judge. It definitely has a very sort of tactical feel to it. That being said, the pocket clip is nice and short, and pocket clip is a good 9.5 out of 10. That's a comfortable pocket clip right there. The knife overall, right, on this grip is also very, very comfortable. We can get some work done right here, right? Good stuff, right? Again, only thing I'm not sure is back here, but let's do some size comparisons, shall we? Right, here is, again, the Telum Tactical next to some of the usuals here in the channel. There's your PM2. There's your Para 3. So, yeah, very close to the PM2, although a little bit shorter. Definitely bigger than the Para 3. Take a look there for yourself. Here's the Demko AD 20.5 and the smaller brother, the Shark Cub. There you go. Take a look there. Now, the Telum Tactical is going to be, you know, much longer, right? Bigger than the other two. Now, here's some contenders here around the same ballpark size-wise. The Civivi Vision FG and the Sentinel Strike, which are very recommendable budget knives from last year. Take a look there. The Sentinel Strike is a little bit bigger, but the Vision FG definitely lines up pretty well on that overall length. And here's the Vosteed Raccoon and the CJRB Pyrite. Take a look there for yourself. Pretty neat. The Pyrite is going to be shorter, so is the Raccoon. So the Telum Tactical still takes the cake here, being the longer one of the two. So I think the idea there is just, you know, pretty interesting. Lastly, here's the another D2 knife, the Founding Forgers D2, which is a little bit, well, more or less about the same, but it does have a thicker blade. And here's the Remette Rhino, right? Another budget knife as well. What a lot of these knives have in common, I'll tell you what, these are all budget knives. They have G10, right? Different color, but it's all G10. And they have some sort of D2 blade. Now, these two are liner locks. This one, you're actually getting a crossbar lock. So something to consider. By the way, check out videos on these if you haven't already, right? Highly recommendable. Budget knives as well. But yeah, so overall, a large EDC knife indeed. Okay, feels nice and good on the hand. I think, again, that corner might be the only thing. My only nitpick might be that corner situation right there. Because, again, I get that they are trying to solve for lanyard folks, but it is definitely stabbing me a tad bit, which doesn't necessarily add to the comfort right there. Say maybe if you put a lanyard, it might make it more comfortable, but I'm not a lanyard person, so I wouldn't just put a lanyard on a knife just to make it comfortable. So let's do our scientific cutting test. All right, let's see how this guy does. D2 steel out of the box, factory edge. All right, some swirls are coming right off. Check this out. I'm trying to get some initial bites right there for you guys. Check out those swirls, right? Beautiful swirls, definitely a very bitey edge indeed. And here we go, full cuts. Now you do have quite a long cutting path, which is nice. You also have a little bit of belly to it, so that comes handy as well. All right, you guys go ahead and rate it in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10. How sharp is this guy from that factory edge, right? Of course, 10 being the sharpest, but we know, obviously, it, you know, most knives can cut paper all day, every day, unless they're really, really dull. So what about some cardboard? I got some everyday Amazon box cardboard here. And this one is single wall. So we'll test it out here. Remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but rather at an angle like this, right? It's going to look something like this. I'm going to do it a little bit slower at first, then I'm going to pick up the pace. But boom, bam, boom, right? Got some nice initial cuts right there. I'm going to do a little bit faster now, my normal pace. Yeah, this thing is going to cut that cardboard very, very well. Again, that flat grind is very, very slicey, and that edge, pretty bitey and toothy edge, to say the least. So, guys, so rate it in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are, right, as far as the cutting performance there on our scientific cutting test. We have a very good alignment going on here. That is smack in the middle. You guys be the judge there. Let me know. All right, and again, very solid thunk opening, right, and close drop shutting, right, if you just want to, you know, let the blade drop like that, or you get the hang of it. Right, and you know, there's always the Omega springs on a crossbar lock knife. I didn't see any Omega springs, additional Omega springs included in the box for this one. There are the milling going on those stainless steel liners on the inside. And overall, it's a pretty lightweight knife. You know, I get a feel for it here in the hand. It doesn't feel heavy or too light. Overall, good weight to it. Reverse grip here for cutting straps. That feels good. Your Friday night gas station fighting grip here for fighting for your Slurpee. If you're Kevin, that feels good. And the Picol grip, again, this is a tactical knife, so you get the Picol grip, believe it or not, also feels pretty good as well. Yeah, overall, you know, very interesting knife. Again, making a debut here in the channel. This company, again, full disclosure, reached out to me. They wanted to share the knife so I could feature it here in the channel and share it with you guys. So that is the Telum tactical crossbar folding knife. What questions do you guys have? Let me know in the comments about this knife, things that I can take into consideration for the upcoming review. Of course, this was just a quick unboxing, first impressions video to share with you all. You guys know the drill by now. I'm going to carry the knife for some time, and then I'll be dropping a comprehensive review of the knife later on here on the channel. But again, this guy will be linked down below, as well as any other knife that you saw in this video. Right, definitely make sure to check those links if you're interested in picking one up. It does help out the channel when you use those links, but that is entirely up to you. Now, if you found value out of this video, smashing that like button really helps the YouTube algorithm get this video and channel pushed out to a larger audience. If you like knife and EDC like this on a daily basis, I promise you it'll be worth coming back for more. I make knife and EDC content like this all the time. And if you want to support the channel a step further, there's a link for Patreon down below where you can simply support the channel for $1 a month, or you can support the channel right here on YouTube by becoming a channel member. You'll get access to exclusive perks. But if you made it to the end, you are the real MVP, guys. We love and appreciate every single one of you. Check out the unboxing on the Remette Rhino right there, right on their budget EDC, or the Founding Forgers D2 EDC right there on your right. Left or right video right there, guys. Check those out. Also very solid EDC knives. Thank you all again for your love and support. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll catch you on the next video, either this one or this one. Peace.